Less than two crew squad. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back. It's a Friday night. You already know what it is. It's the pad. And I hope y'all are doing well and had a good week. And thank you for joining me once again and giving me another Friday to hang out with you. Before we get any further, let me say hello to the early chatters up in here. Respawning, appreciate it. Happy Pat to you, Buttercup. Welcome. It's Friday. Let's go. Live. What's good? Kim Honey Badger. Hello. Lori in the building. We got Jenna Lee. Happy Friday to you. Robert 2Bs. Hello. Lori says less than two crew. You know what's up. You know what's up. Honesty Thinks says TGIF. I'm happy it's Friday as well. Sal's here. Happy Pat to you. Kim Honey Badger just came from the pal. Hope you had fun with it. Brand new release date now officially on Thursdays. Very excited about that prospect. Jen Raz, welcome in. Eliza, hello, welcome in. Melissa, thank you for the 53rd month here with us. Appreciate it. Hey, y'all, great to be here. Happy you're here with us too, Melissa. Joelle, hello. Lori says, I was happy about the pal was dropped yesterday. Seems strange, though, to not come right here after watching it. That's fair. That's fair. But now I think more people would have watched it, which is great. I'm very happy about that. Heidi ho, ha ha ha. Hello, Heidi. Welcome in. Jay, happy Pat to you. Eliza, thank you for the 16 months. Appreciate you. Welcome back in to the Less Than Two crew officially. Little Miss Andre, happy spring to you. Kansas, welcome in. Chalet, happy Friday. Samantha, welcome in. Hello, hello. Tall Skinny Ben says, happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday to you. How's your bracket doing? Men's is not great, but I'm doing better on the women's tournament. Okay. In the family group chat, we've been doing a men's bracket every year for the last like 4 years. And usually everyone fills out two. I filled out two, one being like, okay, this is kind of what I think will happen. And by the way, I say I'll think what'll happen without knowing any information. And then the second one, I let Google random number generator make my bracket up. And both of mine are in the exact same spot. So whether it's my instincts or Google, we're in the same spot. So it's brutal. Steph, welcome in. Canna Biscuits, hello. Ichiyami, welcome, welcome. Respawning says, Pooya, are you caught up on Severance? Will there be a spoiler section? Because, okay. There will not be a spoiler section for Severance. We will not be talking Severance here because I have watched the finale twice. And Liana and I actually recorded our first ever Pooya and Liana Lounge mini-sode that will only be available exclusively on the Apple Podcast or the Pooya and Liana Lounge podcast feed specifically. So you will not be getting that on video, but it's an audio only, and it's a bonus episode that will be in our feed, hopefully over this weekend. End Hero, thank you for subscribing 6 months in advance. I do appreciate that, End Hero. So you said you'll be here till mid-September. Damn, this year's going by quick. I'm happy you're sticking around with us. Thank you for your voting confidence, and I hope you enjoy being a part of the Lesson 2 crew for the next 6 months. Appreciate it. McKenna, welcome in. Eating Carolina Reaper cheddar cheese right now. Damn, spicy. Aeroflu, welcome in. Hello, Cat, was good. Kalita in the building. AZ with the 15 months. Thanks so much, AZ. Appreciate you. Welcome. Good evening, Daisy in the building. Happy Friday, Pat, to you too. Mythical Jade as well. Welcome in. Chrissy says, oops, I said hi first, but must have been too early. I did miss it, Chrissy, so thank you for repeating it. Welcome and happy Friday to you. How do you feel about Survivor continuing the tradition of the cursed tribe? Nuts. I would like for there not to be one tribe getting pummeled every season, but here we are. Red Wings, welcome in. Mikey, happy Halloween. Mikey, are you in another timeline? What's going on? Last time was so fun. I was laughing so hard I couldn't breathe. Generally, what was fun? Like, were you talking about the stream or are you talking about something else? Let me know either way. I watched the Hot Ones pal today. Leon impressed me. Really enjoyed the Split Fiction VOD. Thank you, Joelle. I'm happy you enjoyed the pal and the VOD too. I'm not finding it to be super spicy, surprisingly. That's awesome, McKenna. So, hello. Hi. Will the bonus episode be on YouTube Music or Rob's website? It will be on Rob's website, Steph. It will be on Rob's website. It will be on the Apple Podcast feed. It'll be in our Spotify feed. And basically, if you have a podcatcher that you listen to podcasts on, it should be there. I don't know if YouTube Music falls under that. So I don't know about that one. But it will be on the Rob's website for sure. The stream? Yeah, Leon and I started playing Split Fiction yesterday, and we had fun. We are currently looking at, and I think have locked in, next Thursday at 7, we'll do another one. So we'll do part 2 next Thursday. which I'm excited about. It was a fun game. It was very fun. And honestly, I don't know, had we not had Severance yesterday, there's a world where we may have gone a little longer. But the fact that I'm able to get Liana for 2 hours on a stream is huge. So I'm happy we were able to get that. All right. While everyone's coming in and getting settled here, let me go ahead and open the form. Because as y'all know, if you're new here, actually, this is basically a night weekly that occurs, Friday nights, where I talk to the chat. I read everything, top to bottom, no matter what. And whether you want to put it in the chat, I'll read it there. If you want to put it in the form so it's anonymous, you can do that too. You can ask me anything. We can do questions. You can ask for advice. You can talk about shows, movies, whatever. I am a lot more cognizant of not spoiling shows and movies. Not movies, but shows at this point. So depending on the show, I may not answer the question. But hey, you know, shooters shoot their shot, you know? It was a blast. Y'all are absolutely hysterical. Thank you, Canna Biscuits. When those poor piggies go, oh my God, respawning. I couldn't recover. Saw earlier today, Archie is releasing another Blow on the Clock Tower episode tomorrow. Yes, that thumbnail looks amazing with Owen in the middle. I have no idea what's going to happen in it. I have no extra information on these things, but I shall watch it at some point. Lori says, hey, we chatted with your draft buddy Shannon since last episode. That's got to hurt her. Outside of being shady on Twitter, I have not spoken with her directly. We will be talking Australian Survivor tomorrow. So I have a feeling if you check out the next recap with me and Shannon, I'll have some words for her there. But also, you know, it's good to not kick people while they're down. I already had my fun with the grenade situation. So since I had my fun with the grenade situation, you may be asking yourself, please, should you say more or should you just let it be? We'll find out on the podcast, because I would say right now I'm leaning to let it be, but then tomorrow might be a different day and I'm like, you know what? No, I want to be shady. I want to revel in it. Oh God, ow, my knee. I bumped into the desk, chat. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's okay. Let's see. Where was I? Christian Mingo, welcome in. Hello. Respawning. No, we can't do that. Karma. This is what you get for not letting me get Shaheen. And you know what? I think my win prospects have gone up since the draft. I right now think Liana's the front runner, and I think I'm in second place. And then it's a huge drop off. That's where I'm at. But we'll see. Who knows? Also, so let me recap what happened this week. So I recorded 90 this week. Shannon and I did do the AU Survivor. Last week I did extra pods. I did the traders with Scally and Matt, and then I did a US Survivor recap with Shannon as well as the AU, and then the Pooya and Liana Lounge now. We're officially on Thursday, so we did talk about it to make sure it's cool. So now moving forward, it'll be on Thursdays. I think it's going to stay at 6 p.m. for now, but then once the Big Brother retrospectives are done, it'll move to 7, is currently what it looks like. So we'll see. What if you save any shadiness for Shannon if you join Sunday's Goose Goose? You know what? That's a good idea. Let me message Shannon and see if she wants to play Goose Goose on Sunday. Also, are you hearing the music, chat? I think I've gone ahead and fixed it, but I'm not 100% sure. So you let me know, okay? Let me know. No music? That's weird. Oh, you know what? I think I know why. No, it should be playing. Okay, you know what? I can figure this out. If I go to properties here. Yeah, device is right. Audio monitoring off. That's fine. Why is it not playing for y'all? You hear no music is what you're saying, like zero music, right? So what if I make it louder? Let me try that real quick. Anything now? At all? Interesting. What the fuck is the deal, do you think? Not that it matters right now. But the curiosity, you hear a whisper. I think it's coming from my headphones. Is that why you're hearing it? What should we be hearing? I mean, it's just music. It's just any music is in there right now. I can hear it very quietly. It sounds like it's coming through your headphones. Yeah, exactly. You prefer the no music? Good enough for me. That's fine with me then. If the music would be distracting for y'all. But I would like to figure it out. I want to know what the issue is. Anyway, we'll sort it out later. And then we'll go in later. Okay. So yeah, the form is up. It's already pinned. Thank you, Liv. Appreciate it. Have you turned? Okay. Well, that's not how these things work, respawning. Not everything is a simple undo, redo type sitch. It's not. Okay. I blanked for a second. What was I going to say? We have 2 questions in the form. So how about we start there? Dupree's gal, unplug the computer. What do you think about how toxic the challenge Twitter is versus Big Brother? Feels like they are even worse. To be honest, I'm not on the challenge Twitter side of things, so I wouldn't know, but it's hard for me to believe that they're worse than Big Brother. It's hard to believe that it'd be worse. How about doing a Terran kick instead? What does that mean, Rob? Worse than BB2 Square? That's what I'm saying, generally. Like, what happens on challenge Twitter that there's even an argument that they could be worse? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I would like to know. Because I'm unsure about that prospect. You know? I don't know. But I have another podcast being recorded over the weekend, which I can't share right now, but I feel like a lot of you would be very excited to find out when it drops. So we'll see. We'll see what it is. Challenges more history for individual players. That's true. But no, Big Brother Twitter is just, it's a lot. Like, I think what needs to be remembered about Big Brother Twitter is that it's not during the regular off season, it seems chill to me, relatively. Like, it's obviously people like missing the show. Some people will put up a spicy take for some engagement farming. Some people will be like, you know, it's time to talk about this, whatever. But during the season, it's brutal. Because people get way too attached to some players to the point where they're arguing with people about it. And that part I don't like. I do not like. Hitting the machine to see if that fixes it. Listen, no music. As long as y'all are fine with it, it's fine. I just don't know what's happening that it's not playing. Because quite frankly, it should be playing. But this is the situation we find ourselves in. I don't know why, but it's not playing music for y'all. I must have done something with my routing at some point. I wonder how long it's been since music has been playing at all. Let's see. I can't imagine there's not much more toxic than the Big Brother Twitter feed, especially Elon's and his likes. Oh, I mean, those are bad. Like that is a whole other bad and toxic for sure. Did you watch Temptation Island this season? Is always great. That's the one that's on Netflix right now, right, RJB fan? I've not checked it out, if I'm being honest. If I'm being very honest with you. Is anyone in the lesson to go into the Ron Clark Academy Survivor Party mid-April in Atlanta? I'll be there. Hey, Jay would like to know. Y'all go into the Ron Clark Academy? Let Jay know. By the way, actually, sad announcement. For those of you that were excited to see me in Boston for the RHAP event, I no longer will be attending the event. Couple things came up and I'm gonna have to cancel, which is sad. I know I'll get FOMO, but nothing serious. Just the unfortunate situation, if anything. But yeah, I'm sad about it, but I'll be okay. I'll manage, hopefully. 90% of BB is okay, just some. Oh my god. I would say 90 is. It's not 100% bad, right? Is it 90% bad? No. 80% bad? No. 70% bad? No. 60? No. 50? Somewhere in the 50 to 40% is kind of where I'm thinking. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm thinking is the split. Probably 40. I had a package of mine shipped from Florida and it went to Texas. I'm not in Texas yet. It's there. Why would the poster send my box to the wrong state? Mikey, did you put in like, do the zip code? Do you think like your handwriting may have been a cause of this? How would that have gone? Or sorry. Yeah, send my box to the wrong state. Yeah, how would that have gone? BBTar/Twitter is already brutal. Lots of spoiler pics, nasty comments, etc. Does this surprise me, Daisy? Unfortunately not, especially because it's a lot of new school teams that are there. I feel like these are the exact same people who are going to blindly be like a lot of the BB26 like super stands that stand like one player, two players are going to make it a cruddy place, but it is what it is. We have to sift through it and get through it. You know what I mean? The sound was playing before you came on. What sound, Canada Biscuits? Will you be watching the premiere of RGB Blood on the Clock Tower tomorrow? May, I don't think I'll be watching it tomorrow, especially because based on what they're saying on Twitter, it's going to be long. I don't think I've got time for that. But if I'm awake and around and not doing anything else, I would throw it on, but I don't think so. You know? I would imagine that with the challenge is those who are longtime fans of some of the players going after other players. Right. Like people, that's possible. That's possible. I guess the question would be, are they the older fans or the newer fans? Because like, you know, for example, with Survivor now, and I reuse Survivor, not Big Brother, specifically for one reason. And that's that the Survivor fans, I feel like the ones who like loved the old school are becoming more and more vocal in a negative way now, because the show does have its flaws, the new era, with staying stagnant and not having, you know, it's always 3 tribes, there's always 6 tribes of 3, and there's always a disaster tribe, and there's too many beware advantages, too many people losing their votes. And I think that contingent's a little louder, but for the most part, it's still a very positive place, Survivor social media, I think. And obviously this isn't the Facebook casuals who are still, despite it being 7 seasons ago, still have an issue with the fact that Jeff Probst says come on in instead of come on in guys, because apparently that matters. So yeah, I feel like Survivor, like maybe the challenge, that'll be my question is, are these like the new converted fans or are these the old fans? So sad about Blood on the Clock Tower getting released. I'm a little annoyed that it's the same time as Dwight's. Unless he isn't playing tomorrow. So respawning. I don't know if Dwight is running a game tomorrow or not, 100%, because, and obviously he can invite anybody, but I didn't get an invite to Blood this week. Actually, let me open my messages. Did he respond to me about the, about Goose Goose Sunday? He did not reply about Goose Goose Sunday. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know if there is a Blood tomorrow, but I know he'll know when it's getting released, so I would assume he wouldn't want them both to be at the same time, but we'll find out. All right. Too bad Pooya will be my first live show. Well, Dupree's Gal, let me tell you this, as someone who's been to a lot of the live shows, it's going to be so much fun. There's still going to be a lot of podcasters there, a lot of Survivor alumni that go to these things, and a lot of patrons and fans of RHAP that are going to be there as well. So I think you're going to be in good company. And if the episode is iconic, I will cry. You have to find chicken parm in Connecticut now? I do. I will have to let Rob know I cannot parm with him there now. But I will document my first chicken parm, I think. I'll have Liana like hold the camera and I'll like try it and we'll post it somewhere. Because I feel like now we need to know. Music was playing for your intro. Oh, true. That's a music file on my computer, Canada Biscuit. So that plays automatically. Whereas like for some reason right now it looks like my Spotify is not playing for y'all when I play music. So I don't know what that's about. I guess I can double check my Spotify. It's on music. It should be playing. I don't know. Anyway. Did you see this rap promo with Jeff crying? Red Wings, send me the link, because no, I have not. Intro music's a banger. Thank you, Airflu. Appreciate that. You're never coming back after the parm. Does that mean, Sunshine, that you're saying I'm going to love the parm and I'm going to be a forever I'm going to be a forever parm guy? Is that what you mean? We'll see. Is Liana going to Boston? Liana was not going to begin with. I feel like, I think based on Liana's schedule with work and stuff, I think New York is the only one that you might catch Liana at, for the foreseeable future. And that's unless we like end up moving or something. Then I don't even know if I'd be going to that. There's 2 clips. Oh God. Okay. This looks sad. Hold on. Should I like, let me put this so that y'all can also see what I'm seeing. Although now with the audio shit, are you going to be able to hear the audio? That's the question, because I don't know. But let me go ahead and turn that off and turn that back on. Okay. Hello, Lenny Burger. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Chicken parm is so good. I haven't had it in forever, but love it every time I get it. See, I'm not even going to look up what makes a chicken parm, like what goes in it, to give you my judgment, because I feel like I might as well just go in a little more blind, and see how I feel about that. All right, let's open this. Okay, yeah, you have clearly gotten broken again. There we go. All right. I also need to change this Wordle shit. Okay. Okay. Audio, let's make it high. Okay, make that low. All right. So this is a promo for the next episode, is what I'm hearing.
This is a dangerous spot.
Just take your time.
Great, sis.
Tell yourself you can do it.
Frustration really setting in. Wow, this has never happened.
There's a whole lot of heart in me, so let it in.
All right, Jeff Probst in tears.
Just take your time.
Wow, this has never happened.
There's a whole lot of heart in me, so let it in.
Okay. So what makes Jeff Probst cry? Do not know. No idea. No idea, chat. Okay. I think it's chicken nuggets with ketchup and some cheese. What? I mean, I would eat that, but I was like, eggplant parm. I think I would like that too. All this comes down to is, will I enjoy the parm component of a parm? If I do, I think I'd like a lot of different things. Forever prawn, also Jay, samesies, big samesies. Let me see. Who just came in and say hello? Lana, welcome in. All right, perfect. I'm glad y'all heard that at least. They cut his pay. What is parm to you? I don't know. Is it like spaghetti sauce type vibes? Like a tomato-based sauce on top of the chicken and some cheese? Parm is just breaded something with cheese and right. So we'll see. We'll see. Supposition is it has to do something to do with Eva. I could see that. I could see that, Daisy, potentially. All right. Oh, the form is percolating. Let's see. Thoughts on the Amazing Race cast? Such a miss not to have the Wharton Bros on. I am surprised the Wharton Bros aren't on. And we talked about this a little bit last pad. I think all in all, a little surprising that they wouldn't go that direction and have the Wharton brothers on, especially when both of them have been on a reality show. I mean, I know Zach technically was on for like half a second, but he was still on a CBS reality show that they could have promoted. But, you know, we really needed Kat Dunn back from BB21 to relive BB21. Or, yeah, we needed 4 people from BB26. I don't know. For some reason. It is what it is. Should be fun though, still, you know. But yeah, I think the cast overall, I think, okay. I would have preferred if it was like one person from each cast, obviously. I don't think that's a hot take. And I think, could you have found one from, not like from all 26 seasons, because we can't have fucking 52 people traveling the world on the money. No. But you could have made it 13 different seasons worth of rep. I think that would have been better for me. just because I just can't imagine the people from the same seasons not trying to help each other out. I guess some of them will have beef, so like we will have some drama there, but I would have rather they kind of didn't know each other all that much, you know? Lavina, welcome in, Lavina. How you doing? What you up to tonight? Welcome.
Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought?
If you like spaghetti, chicken nuggets, and cheese, you'll be happy. Yeah, I think we can do. I think it'll do. Megan, welcome in. Hello. I love Zach. I'd love him more if he loved to lie in Blood on the Clock Tower games. It's tough. Blood on the Clock Tower is a tough game. Why Enzo? I mean, Enzo, I feel like definitely wore out his welcome with some of us because of the BB22 and Challenge USA combination platter. But before that, I think Enzo was one of the most sought after people to see play again. Patty, thank you for the 53rd month. Patty, appreciate you. Welcome back in to the Less Than Two crew. Hope you're doing well. Zach and Corey would have been funny. I'm missing out on them, but I'm so excited for Angela, Taylor, and Joseph. I'm curious if Angela's gonna wear out her welcome. We'll see. Like BB26, I feel like I'm curious how I'm gonna feel about them going in, you know? Having Tucker and Rubina on two separate teams is crazy. I mean, especially when you consider the fact that they could have put them together and then had the Wharton Bros on, you know? When does BB Amazing Race start? Has it filmed yet? It's currently filming, Sunshine. I believe it'll premiere in the fall is what we've heard. So after BB 27. That's right? Yeah, this last one was 26. So after BB 27. Where was I? Jeff cries because Eva finally tells Star she has autism. Yeah, and let me tell you, Star updates on Twitter about to go ham on that report. I do enjoy spaghetti in my bowl of Parmesan cheese. I mean, if you like both, it works. I'm still confused by the Taylor Collin team up. I don't think this is a great team up for her. I mean, two people who have experiences on these shows and are both athletic, I think they'll do better than you think. Y'all have me Wikipedia and chicken parm now. Here's a piece of trivia. In Argentina and other neighboring South American countries, veal or chicken parmigiana is topped with ham and served with French fries. It is known as Milanese alla Napolitana. I mean, I would fuck up a plate of Milanese alla Napolitana. But yeah, Izzy's the one I'm most excited for. Izzy and Taylor, easily the top two for me. Joseph as well. I'm happy to see Joseph back. But yeah, I'm having the unique experience of watching my niece do her third gaming stream on Twitch at the moment. Patty! Interesting stuff. What game is your niece playing, if you would like to share? Loved watching Brittany on the BB retrospective covering her own season. Yeah, how was that, chat? Because I've not had a chance to check it out yet. It's been a tight couple of days here. Repo. You know, I've seen people be playing this game, but I don't know what it is. Let me see. Repo is an online co-op horror game. Exactly why I wouldn't know what this game is. I think one of the AR stops should be at the BB house. What, the finale could be there. You know, they could have it be, they got to get into the Big Brother house. But also, do we want them to relive that? I thought it was all relatives. It's not necessarily all relatives. Like, they can be people like your friends or people you are dating. Like, it doesn't have to be familial ties. I don't know the nature of the relationship between Taylor and Kylan. I don't know what their connection is. I feel like I read somewhere, and like this could be spoiler, could not be. I read somewhere that maybe Kylan had another teammate that didn't get cleared, and they wanted him on, so then they put him on with. I don't know. I don't 100% don't know what's going on there. So we'll find out in the future. I imagine. Play it? Absolutely not. Absolutely. Everyone's playing Repo right now. It's very silly. Is it so? Tara, here's the problem. I feel like a lot of games call themselves horror, and then when I see them, they're not that scary. But then it's hard to decide because I'm not going to invest in a game that then turns out to be horror, and then I'm horrified, you know? I'm not trying to be horrified, chat. Come on now. I just can't get myself to do it. It ain't a bit of me. All right, next question in the form. Please play horror games on Twitch in the dark. No. Do you or any of the lovely chatters have advice for continuing to push on and get stuff done when it feels like your life is in shambles? Oh, I have advice for you because I go through this a lot. My wedding is just over a month away. I'm currently moving into a new house and got furloughed from my government contracting job. The prospect of finalizing wedding details, moving from 1-bedroom apartment to a 3-bedroom house, and figuring out how to pay mortgage with one less salary is overwhelming to the point of freezing up. Thanks all. Damn. Question asker. I'm gonna have to rescind saying I know I've been through this, because this is a lot happening and these are all very serious things. So first of all, thank you for feeling comfortable enough to share. The second thing I would say is, and this is my inner Liana coming out. Liana would tell me to write it all down, journal it out, journal your thoughts out. It helps you like extract your mind and like get some rest out of the mind, but then also like organize it like that, and then have ticking boxes you can tick, and it'll become a lot easier. Like as far as like moving, I would say, do you have any friends who would be willing to help you at your time of need? Because this can be a lot. I mean, and I know like as far as like wedding details, I imagine like that's a more intimate thing that you'd want to do yourself. But like, you know, the whole adage of like a day at a time is true. You're currently, so also based on like order of stuff, you said wedding is over a month away. So the wedding is like, let's say 40 days away. You're currently moving into a new house right now. And then you want to figure out the next step with jobs and stuff. Now, I don't know first of all, I don't know what career you're in. But I also don't know much about the job hunt in any field, to be honest. So I'm not, my ignorant self will be like, just upload your resume and like push it out places. I don't know. But I feel like I would say, see if friends can help with the move stuff, and then make the list and then tick them as you go along. But more than anything, make sure that despite a lot of things happening, you put some time aside for yourself, because I think that is a very underrated thing to avoid burnout or anxiety or just a feeling of overwhelming or drowning in duties. I think having some time aside for yourself goes a long way. I hope it all works out. If you ever feel comfortable enough to give us an update, please do. But beyond that, like, I think I'm out of my depths with this one, if I'm being honest, but happy to give you a little bit of hopefully anything I said here, a little bit of it helped. That would be great. We heard you screaming during Split Fiction. I wouldn't even count that as screaming, but it was screaming. You know what I mean? They're just games. It's not real. I know it's not real. I know it's not real. Just like I know the goddamn girl that comes out of the TV in The Ring isn't real, doesn't mean it's not going to be fucking terrifying. Jump scares are still real. They still happen. I had a moment on the PAL this week where I thought I saw a mouse and I froze, and it was very clear that I did that. So, I feel like horror versus jump scare is a big difference, you know? I mean, when you put the two together, it'd be worse for me, but I do agree with that take. Let's see. BBTR Spawner, they do start at a BB house. Pics on Twitter. Interesting, Daisy. Thank you for that. Tomster, thank you for the 13th month. Welcome back into the Lesson 2 crew. Hope you enjoy your stay. My headphones fell off my head in excitement. How you doing? That's what makes space horror so great. It could actually happen someday. Mikey, that is grim, my friend. Grim for me. I just got home from work and already getting yelled at by my parents for no reason. Wow. Tomster, you just worked. Protect your peace. It's your rest time now. Thank you, Pooya. My partner has Leon Energy too. He's got endless to-do list going. Honestly, when I'm in a moment like this, Liana and I will talk, and it's like she'll like take on what she can and then be like, do these things. And then that helps me, because otherwise when I feel overwhelmed, I just kind of shut down. So it helps to talk to Liana, because then she'll like first calm me down. Second, kind of give me direction, which I can then use, which helps big time. Jordan, thank you for the 52nd month. Thank you for supporting the stream for 52 months here with the squad. Appreciate it. Kat says, I have a friend who recently got laid off from her government job. Thanks, Elon. And she's found it helpful to connect with other government workers on subreddit to commiserate. Not sure if that applies to you, question asker, but good luck and sorry that life is so tough right now. I mean, finding people that share that experience always helps with like a lot of things in life, I feel like. So I do agree with that. We love to watch you react to jump scares. I know you do, chat. I know you do. I've seen the emotes get spammed when it happens too. Immersion therapy, watch Poltergeist and go from there. I don't know about that. I don't need the immersion therapy there. Oh, I have a whole history with a mouse in my apartment. It was legit traumatizing. I cried when what had to happen happened. Well, it was a rat. A little bit difference. Oh, I think if you see my reactions to mice, you don't know what I do if I see a rat. Any kitty updates? Unfortunately, chat, I don't think I have any new photos of them. They're doing good. Both of them are little shitters, but they're doing well. They're doing well at the moment. Yeah, I have no new photos with them. All right, next question in the form. What age do you consider old? It's a fun question because I don't think I subscribe to that anymore. And I think this comes with becoming older. Now, granted, when I was 20, I didn't think 35 was old, right? I feel like I've always, on a level, thought that 40 when I was younger, because it's like, it's kind of like half-ish-esque. But I no longer subscribe to that. I think it's more about your energy. Do you have old energy or young energy? So yeah, I don't know. I don't really think about that anymore. I think it's all about vibe. It's all about vibe. Especially I think being in this community has kind of made that mindset a little more solidified, because I'm talking to people who are like 60 some, 70, 50, like all over the map, even younger than me, like 20. And we're all talking about the interest of the same thing, same shows, same games. So why does that need to be a thing? So yeah. So when I was younger, when I was a kid, and by kid, I mean like a teen, I think 40 to like 45, I was like, all right, you old. But now I no longer really look at it that way. So yeah, there you go. Replay the old hits. Oh, you just want the old pictures? 2 weeks in a row, no cat pics. I've not been taking photos of them. They've not been sleeping cutely. I'll give you one photo from the old hits here of these two lovely, lovely cats. Hold on. Come on, phone. There we go. All right, how much do I need to hold? There we go. Look at them. Big loaf and little loaf. There you go. There you go. Okay. Careful. Kalita was like, hey, watch what you say about that age question. Kalita, did I answer well? I feel like it's my truth. So either way, that's how I do feel. But let me know. Are you watching March Madness? I have not, Tomster. I just see that a game is finished, and then I go see if my bracket's doing well. And more often than not, it ain't doing well. I have something like a baseball bat, except the handle is metal and has a long tube that glows very bright. Is that out of context? My mom always said old is 15 years older than you currently are. The thing is, I wouldn't consider a 47-year-old... Oh, I'm 33 now. Shit, I'm 33. I wouldn't think 48 is that old. Like, to me. I wouldn't say they're, like, old. One of my Final Four teams is out. Oh, God. I don't even want to know what mine is. Cannabiscuits, let me blow your mind. My parents will be married 66 years this year. That's incredible, Cannabiscuits. That's awesome. Y'all like the cat pic, huh? Love that, love that. All right, next question in the forum. What do you think of Shaheen's edit? Do you think he could be the winner of the season, or is there someone you think is getting a winner's edit? What's funny is, I think Shaheen's gonna make a deep run. That's the vibe I'm getting off what we're watching. I feel like typically in the pre-merge, you do see like a winner contender get a bit of a silent... It's not silent, but like ooh, this was a bad episode for them. And then the rest of the way, they're kind of like, you're seeing more peachy positive. That could have been this episode for Shaheen. But I almost feel like this was too much of everything Shaheen said was wrong. So I don't think he's winning, but I think he's making a deep run, like end game run. I think Joe is an interesting conversation because I think Joe just legit got protected from every negative thing that happened this week, which I think is only good for his odds. So I don't know. I feel like Joe could be the one. Low key, I think David's making it far. I think Liana, when I said Liana's team has a good chance, I really mean it. I think Liana's team does have a really good chance. She's got Joe, David, and Camilla, and I feel good about all three of them. So I'm 63, but was told yesterday I look 50. Hey, love that, Kalita. The Final Four in my city this year. Is in my city this year. Should be fun, but so packed. Are you going to go watch it in person, Olive Shoes? I don't get one at it. I'll be devastated when he goes. Yeah, same. I'll be sad when he goes. I can't believe Shannon's team is out already. Got to draft better. Shannon flew too close to the sun this year. I'll be 50 this year, trying to be excited about it instead of dreading. Mind over matter. Exactly, Dupree's gal. Mind over matter. Mind over matter. So many wholesome bonding moments this season. Melissa, so much. This is like, I think that what's interesting about, you know how earlier I talked about the old school versus new school people? I feel like the old school people are like, where's the drama? Everyone's just playing nice, it's kumbaya. I think there's a difference between like a kumbaya game and a these people are bonding game. And I like seeing the bonding. It makes me care more. It's weird. Maybe, I don't know. Probably maybe go to the skills challenge or the free concerts. Hey, that's a good consolation prize right there. The only reason I do March Madness bracket is to watch it be torn to shreds. The only reason I do it is because I'm in a family group chat that runs it every year, and I want to be involved. It's fun. What does your desktop look like from your POV? Oof. Like any particular decor or organizers? Not really. Would you like to see a photo? I'll take a photo right now for you. Actually, I don't want to. It's pretty ugly. There's so many wires back here. Fine, I'll show you. Hide the relax, Respawning. What do you think happens at this desk? This is a place of business. Okay. There you go. So my keyboard, my stream deck, my mixer, Go XLR mixer. Back here I have an extension for all my USB cords that's got like the lights, the mice and stuff, the mouse, I mean. So yeah, are there socks on the floor? Right now, no, actually, which is great. But yeah, oh, and then the monitors obviously here. Actually, let me okay. So there's my my monitors. There's my Spotify, my Twitch, my Form 1 right now. I've got my lighting that's off right now over here. That's my camera, and that's the other light that's on the wall so that the lighting gets fixed. So yeah. Are there no, I just answered that. You have mice, computer mice, not mice. How many hoodies are in the room with you now? Ooh, I mean, I have a closet in here. There's some in here, but I think I have the one I'm wearing is the only one actually in this room. The problem is, if this room was super tidy, organized, and clean right now, there would be way more hoodies in here because that's how I make a mess. Right now, it's so cluttered and cramped that there's no room for any extra clothing that I'm not wearing. You know what I mean? Next question. Were you able to hit a coffee shop to work on your schedule and stream like you said you would do this week? No, but I am working on an idea, chat, that if you would like, would you like me to share with you the idea I have? Because I did sit down and think about streaming quite a bit this week. So I didn't do the coffee shop thing like I wanted, but I've cooked up an idea in my head, and I think it's a slam dunk. The only reason I see what you're saying, Responding. The only reason I would have been hesitant to bring it up is because I do not want to say I'm going to do something and not do it, which I've said before. I like to keep my promises, and I feel like I've not, but promises is part of the theme. So I will tell you, digital NDA, okay? Don't share anywhere else. If you were here live, you'll know, and then people won't know until I announce it if I end up going that route, but I'm leaning towards going that route, okay? Okay. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you so much. Okay. So, there's a streamer by the name of Ludwig. If you are not familiar with him, he's a content creator and has been for a long time. And he's someone actually, one of the streamers I do enjoy watching when I get a chance to. Ludwig did something recently that was big inspiration to me. He called it Promise Week. And it was because he had made a lot of promises to his chat, whether it was to play a game or do some activities on stream that he just never got around to. And he didn't get around to them for like 4 years. So he did Promise Week, where he put all of the stuff into that 1 week jam packed. I was thinking, and I know we talked a little bit about, I've not promised y'all I'm going to shave my beard. So no, that's not going to happen. Oh, that's awesome, Patty. That's so lovely. What was I saying? So I was thinking, because despite doing 3 12-hour streams last year to catch up with the Hype Challenge stuff, there's still so many Hype Challenge stuff that have not been done. And I kind of want to merge a couple of things I've done on the stream together for this project. I want to combine, when I celebrated my first year of streaming, I streamed every day for the month of June that year, June 2021. So that's one thing. Second thing, I want to bring back the wheel. That's another thing. Third thing is I want to fulfill all my promises. The way Ludwig explained it was great. He was like, once these are done, I no longer feel guilty or need to be held accountable for content I haven't done, which I was like, that is huge, because I personally feel like okay, how am I trying to phrase this? Basically, for me, chat, I feel like I have no leg to stand on because I've not fulfilled the promises I've made. Especially when y'all came through for me and went ham with the Hype Challenge. The fact that there's still Hype Challenge stuff that's not been done is sickening to me, quite frankly. It's like my embarrassment that I'm hiding. So we're not going to hide it. We're going to embrace it and fix it. So what I would do, and this is the idea, is kind of like a promise month where I do stream every day of that month. And we do one of the items a day. That way, I'm guaranteed to be done with the wheel by that point. All the streams don't have to be long streams. They don't have to be 5-hour streams a piece. Some streams could be an hour and a half. Some streams can be 4 hours. Depends on what the content needs. And the way we would deliberate that is I put every item that's not been completed yet on the wheel. And then at the end of each stream, I spin that wheel, and then I know what the next stream is for tomorrow. We find that out together at the end of the stream, and then the next day we do the next one. And then that way, we are done. We will do one a day until we are done. If there's any streams that requires guests or stuff, I will organize that as it goes on. I will let the guests know ahead of the month, hey, so I have this idea, would you be down? It's a little bit of we don't know when that schedule will be, so hopefully it works out. And then that way, I think not only will I get every idea done, not only will it be a fun time, not only does it bring back the wheel, not only does it bring us back into the streaming realm, because I feel like we've been a little bit quiet, and by we, I mean me, let me not implement you into this. I think that would be a great way to do it. That way, we've cleared all the ideas that we had. We open room for new ideas, new things, and we go from there. So what do y'all think about this? Okay, very positive. I'm happy. I love that. Now, the other thing we would do, sounds fun. I'm happy to hear it. Okay, thank you. And Cannabis, thank you so much for that. Always welcome more Pooya Less Than 2 crew. Thank you for responding. And obviously I know it's a situation where everyone can't attend everything, like, so that's fine. But if you know, people pulled up and had fun, that's all I can ask for. There is one thing I would like to say. I would like to propose that one item from that Hype Challenge list gets removed permanently. I do not want to do that anymore. And that idea is playing Civilization on stream. I think that Civilization is a game that will just be way too long and won't be fun on stream. And I personally don't think I would enjoy doing it on stream, which then, you know, the whole thing of like 2 and 2 is if I, you know, don't enjoy it, you might not enjoy it and vice versa kind of thing. So, but I think everything else I'm down to give it a good shot at. And there's still a bunch of stuff. The only suggestion for your sanity is maybe scheduling some of the bigger, more involved tasks. Right, Airflow. And that's the thing, right? So for example, on this list, one of the things that I have is Mario Kart, for example. If I want to do what I've done before, which is like play Mario Kart with Scally there, Peridium there, and then open the lobby to the chat, I would just have to let them know, hey, Peridium, hey, Scally, I'm doing this month. Would you be down? If they say yes, I said, okay, perfect. I don't know what day it'll be because it'll have to land on the wheel. I'll let you know the day before. If you're available, come in. If not, it's fine. So that's how we'll do it. That's how we'll do it. You're okay with that? Okay. Love that, chat. So if you said you do this and I missed it, can we get some heads up about what you're doing when, like a week before or so people can make plans to watch? So that's the thing, Softy. It'll be a day in advance. So for example, we start day 1 of the promise month, right? So let's say day 1 is the eat baby food flavor of your choice live in stream. That's basically us hanging out. We might do some other stuff, but at some point I will eat the baby food, okay? Then once I eat the baby food, whatever, we're about to end stream. I'm like, all right, let's spin the wheel, see what's happening tomorrow. And some of them, it'll be easy to organize because I already have everything ready for it. Some of them will not be easy, / I would need to make sure or check and see if I can get the people for it. But the beauty of knowing people is I need to not be afraid to just ask other people. So for example, if they're not available, I can go find somebody else and go from there. Can y'all put some spray bottles in the chat? Please and thank you. All right. Scheduling things with other people is just good for sanity. Right. Can we submit new wheel ideas too? So RHAB fan, let's finish the stuff on the wheel already, and then we can go ahead and talk about new ideas. Because I think I need to clear this wheel for the many people who contributed to the hype challenge, who are responsible for getting us this lovely neon sign and so many other things. I need to complete those first. I just need to do that first. Once that's done, then we can cook. You know what I mean? All right. Lori said, I wonder if RJ has a suggestion for something to watch instead. Yeah, I already did my due diligence, chat. Allow it. I completed that. All right. Shall we go to the next question in the form? That was a good question. Thank you for asking. Okay, Shanghai eliminated from the drive. Give me more than I like to admit. I just know Chappelle is having the best week. Oh, Chappelle and I have been texting. How are you feeling about your draft after the first few episodes? If you had to switch someone out from your team, who would you switch for? I would switch for a Joe probably, but who would I switch out? Kyle? I straight up think that Liana and I have the top 6 prospects on the board. Maybe like Shaheen's the only other person that I could see being a winner amongst the cast. Otherwise, I think Liana and I have this. I really do. Now, is that bold to say after 4 episodes? 100%. But that's how I feel. That's how I feel. How deep in the weeds do you get with the analysis? And you did not complete the 2-time wheel winner whodunit and one of the best scenes around TV season 2 of The Mole. I watched season 1 of The Mole, and I've watched a lot of the season 1 of Whodunit. And I'm only not done because I truly want to go back and start from the beginning because I've forgotten a lot. I could just half-ass it and start from episode 7 and be like, I've watched it all, but I'm not doing that, you know? Taryn was sweating that Shaheen was going home Wednesday. It didn't feel like Shaheen was going at all. To me, it was like the person who went home was one of the options for me. I think despite it being a bad episode for Shaheen, quote unquote, I just did not see him. Like, he's been endgame to me from like episode 3. I just didn't see him going. How deep in the weeds do you get with the analysis and theories online of Severance? Very deep. I read a lot of things now that I'm like, not once I got caught up, I started getting involved. But also we talked about this on the mini-sode today. I just feel like some theories, people are way too deep into a theory that I think goes nowhere. And then some people, I'm like, okay, subscribe to this more, but then also it doesn't pay off. It's fun to see people talk about a show like this again, which is why I'm very much in on the severance of it all. Our next question. Pooya, I need advice from a fellow person who doesn't drive. I got you, friend. My parents always pick me up from work. Every time they do, they say I'm being disrespectful because I don't have my driver's license. Like, hello, I have PTSD, it's not my fault. I typically work until 10 to midnight on weekends. Then I work at my church at 8 a.m. every Sunday. It just pisses me off. Believe it or not, question asker, the people in my life still don't understand why I don't drive. Like, no. They understand I don't like driving, right? The main person who should be okay with it is Liana, and she is. But my parents, they still don't like understand why. They're like, you should just do it. You should get used to it, et cetera, et cetera. And I just had no interest. I still have no interest. Like, in a perfect world, would I like to get behind the wheel of a car and just go run errands? Probably. It'll make me a little lazier even, because then I wouldn't walk everywhere. But I don't like it. And I feel like you can't expect everybody to like it. Now, if it's an inconvenience to your parents, I can understand where they're coming from. But also, it's like, if y'all really hate this, like, give me, like, I'll just do the bus then or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't like driving. Like, it's not that I don't want to drive. It's not that, I don't know. It's hard because what are you looking to have the goal be here? How to respond to them? What are your steps for this week? May, that would be fascinating if I could. Where's my. Okay. So I do have a Fitbit. I've just not worn it in 2 years. So let me put that Fitbit on and then I can track these steps, because I don't track my steps at the moment. If only the US had public transportation outside of NYC. Yeah, public transpo, pretty bad in some cities for sure. What did you do for work before you started streaming full time? Irish, I had a supervisor role at a bagel shop in Ottawa. I started working there overnights part time. Then once I finished university, I went full time. Then I quit, or I resigned to look for a job within my field, found nothing, came back and said, hey, you still looking for people? They said, yeah. I said, cool, I will be there. And then I rejoined the workforce there and started working there again. And then I was working there all the way until I moved here. I went from overnights to evenings to then morning shifts. I'd work 5 days a week from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. And yeah, that was my work. That, and like obviously doing like at that point I wasn't really even a podcaster technically. I was like a part-time, do like one pod on Big Brother season, otherwise no Big Brother. And then here I am. I'm not allowed to drive currently, and delivery is a lifesaver. Hey, you seem to have loved that job. The bagel job? I did not. I realized very early on into university that I'm not a career-oriented person. And I've talked about this on stream before, but not until streaming and podcasting did I find a passion in work. I never really cared about work. Work basically became a vehicle to fund things that make me happy in life. And a lot of that for my work time was with Liana. Getting to see Liana, hang out with Liana when we were long distance, that's what made me happy. And work financed, booking Airbnbs and the trips and buying dinner and stuff like that. So as long as I had food on the table, rent paid, bill paid, and trip money, I was happy. And then came streaming, podcasting and I realized, oh, this is what I want to do. And now I really care about what I do. And it's no longer about like just the money. It's about like everything else that goes into it. But yeah, so the bagel job, like the reason I left was because I was like, okay, this is silly. I should get something in my field. A lot of pressure from like family and stuff too to do that. And then I was like, well, I can't find anything and I still need money. So I went back and I honestly didn't mind going back. I think there were moments where I loved my job and there were moments where I despised my job. I think what I felt ultimately was that my job didn't respect me. I was there for many years. I was one of their most experienced people. I would go above and beyond, and they would laugh in my face is how it felt. And it really all culminated when I negotiated a raise and they're like, yeah, we can hook you up with 50 cents. And I was like, 50 fucking cents? You're telling me, because at this point also minimum wage had gone up. So I was like, oh, so you're telling me that I am now making 50 cents more than someone who started yesterday. And you want me to train them? You want them to shadow me? No, that is ridiculous. If they had said $1, I would have been like, fine. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was not asking for much. It just felt like I wanted enough to feel like they value me, and they didn't. But then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to keep working, but now I'm scaling back. I'm clocking in exactly at 7. I'm clocking out exactly at 3. I don't care if someone isn't there to take over my shift. I don't care if you are shorthanded and need another person. I'm not doing all that at all. So, and I also negotiated to have Fridays and Saturdays off. That was my big thing. But the bagels were immaculate, Snow Daisy. The bagels were very, very good. They do a good bagel there. But yeah, this sounded like I'm very bitter about the job. Honestly, I wasn't. Like, I think my overall experience there was like a 60-40, maybe a 70-30 positive, which is good. But yeah. I just asked my hubby if he wanted to start Severance tonight. His answer, the new Assassin's Creed came out last night. Hubby, what are you doing? Sunshine. If you can somehow convince him to start the show, like just even let's watch 2 episodes, you'll hook him. He'll be like, fuck Assassin's Creed. I'll be there. Especially because Assassin's Creed ain't going nowhere. Ain't going nowhere. That is exactly how I feel. I don't want to work, but unfortunately you have to. My dream job is not working. Right, generally. Like, in a perfect world, we are all flushed with cash and just hanging out. I had the most fun at my jobs when I worked retail. I can't afford retail now, but still enjoy what I do and love working from home. There we go, respawning. Pooya, hi, Severance fan. I thought, sorry I'm late. If you've discussed Skyro, so I've not discussed, but I mentioned this at the top of the show. Myself and Liana actually recorded our first ever mini-sode today. Mini-sode for the Pooya and Liana Lounge. It's going to be audio only, and it is 40 minutes of just us talking Severance. So my thoughts are there, Liana's thoughts are there, and will be in your pod feeds come tomorrow, hopefully, fingers crossed. So that's where you'll hear my thoughts. Otherwise, I won't be talking about it here tonight, but some friends asked how the pod went, and I said, it is the most unhinged recap of Severance you'll ever hear in your life, because you're hearing from 2 people who are basically viewers of the show, who have not been there from the beginning, and who are not as like savvy with it. Like, granted, both of us look at theories and discuss theories and motifs and, you know, oh, the color this and the background that, but I wouldn't say we're the most well-versed. So it's just us being absolutely ridiculous for 40 minutes. So it's going to be very fun. Very fun. After I got laid off, I realized how much I gave work versus myself. So it was a good mental health thing wise to get laid off, not to find something part-time to pay bills and not suck my soul. Yeah, I think for a lot of us, we do finally hit that moment of like, oh yeah, work is not life / I have to back myself before work, because at the end of the day, work is more concerned with like themselves and not with me. So I can't be concerned about them too. I need to be concerned about me, kind of thing. Looking forward to that pod. It was good, Botswats. I think you'll enjoy. Hey, thank you, Skyro. Women in STEM. Yes. This is Liana. Dr. Amanda's pod on Severance is so good. Hey. Yeah, we know Severance on RHAP killing it. All right, where was I? I think that's everything here. I work with cars for a living, so I can't imagine my life without driving, but I always admire those who make do without it. Yeah, Irish, that's the, like, I lived in Dubai, which you cannot go anywhere without driving. Like, truly, you need to, and like, there was no, like, bus system that was good either. So truly, if you didn't have a ride or cab, you were screwed. By the time I hit 18, a lot of my friends around me started driving and they were loving driving. So they were like, I'll pick you up. I was like, oh, hell yeah. Or my mom would be more than willing to, well, not more than willing, actually. Let me not act like she was okay with picking me up at like 11 p.m. midnight on any given night. But she was willing to, you know, facilitate to make sure we were able to go out and have fun and stuff. But then I didn't get my driver's license. I tried. Lord knows I tried to get my driver's license at 18. In Dubai, you have to pass a written test or like a, you know, you have to do studying. And like, there were mandatory classes I had to take, like theory classes, and then take a theory test. Pass that, no problem. And then you had to go through driving lessons with a certified driver from the school. And then you had to do a parking test, and then you had to do a driving test after. So I did my parking test, passed that, loved that. And then I had to do a, what's it called? Did driving test, passed that. What's the next thing I did? Oh, then I had to go through, I think, 40 hours of driving school with this guy. 40 hours, which means about 40 sessions worth of driving with the same instructor. And then after, and only after that, if he signed off on it, I could go for my road test. So you may be asking, why did you not make it there? So first of all, I did do 40 hours and the instructor was like, I don't think you're ready. We need to do more. So we did another like 15 hours. And then he was like, we need to do more. And I just ghosted him after that. I was like, you know what? I'm about to find out if I'm going to Canada for university any day now. So that, and also this guy could have literally signed off on me doing the test at 40 hours anyway. I wouldn't have passed and he could have just collected more money. So to me, it felt like this guy was just basically farming me for money. And I was like, not cool with that. Also, this was a driver that definitely was a little more, not an aggressive driver, because he wasn't like an angry driver, but he would be like, you're scaring. And I was like, it was where was he from? It was like a Middle Eastern guy. He said, you're scaring. I was like, I'm not scaring. He's like, you're scaring. Put your foot down on the pedal. And then he pushed my foot down on the pedal. So now I'm not controlling how fast I'm going. And I have this man's life in my hands and I hate driving. It was a lot. So that was a little scarring. But yeah, long story short, I didn't do the road test. Then when I went to Canada, when I was in university, I had a bus pass that was paid for in my tuition. So I didn't need to drive. So I would do the bus pass. Then after that, I basically started walking everywhere. Ottawa is a small enough town that I was content walking everywhere, or I would take an Uber if I needed to take a drive. And I had a couple of friends who also drove, so that helped. So I didn't really need to drive. However, Liana was encouraging that I should learn how to drive. My parents were pushing me to learn how to drive. And this was at a time where I was like, okay, if I learn how to drive, I can help Liana when I move in with her. So I went for my driving, got my G1, easy, got my G2. Sorry, that's a lie. I got my G1. I never went for the G2 because I never practiced for the G2 with anybody. So I didn't do that. Then I moved here. And y'all know the story here because that's well documented through the pad. But for those of you who were not here in the earlier days, I did the written test, passed that, easy pickings. Was there a written test? There was some sort of a test. And then I had my driving test. And let me tell you, Liana didn't think I was going to pass. Liana did not think I was going to pass my driving test. I passed my first try. So then I passed the test and I was like, okay, you can drive now. So then that same day, Liana drove us to her work because she drove us to the driving test, but then I should go back to work. So she dropped us off at her work and then gave me the keys and I drove back home. And I felt great. I had music on. I was like, oh my God, I'm doing the thing. Then the next couple of weeks, I started like running, like I would drive to the grocery store to buy groceries and stuff. And I was like, look at me, I'm doing the thing. And then I stopped doing the thing. And then I wasn't really driving. And then when we were driving we're driving back from Canada. And Liana was like, can you drive a little bit? I'm tired. I was like, yeah, of course, babe, I got you. So I started driving. And my anxiety went through the roof. I drove maybe 10 minutes before I had to park at the side of the road and be like, babe, I'm so sorry. I know you're going to be tired. I can't drive. I would love to drive. I just can't drive right now. And I've not been behind the wheel of a car since. That was September of 2022. So 2.5 years ago. I have not driven. I still have a driver's license and everything. I've used that driver's license to travel, but not to drive. And as much as I would love to, I just know it's not for me, chat. It just isn't. I'm sure if I did it more, I'd get used to it and all that, but it's the growing pains hurt. I don't like it. That's my truth. All right, let me not lean on the desk so that the desk stops moving. This is lore even the Pooya and Liana lives don't get exactly. You get so much more lore and story if you're tapped into the streams, just because it's relatively uninterrupted here. Cause like as much as the Pooya and Liana launch isn't structured, we don't talk about stuff enough for me to tangent to things if they just naturally come up. You know what I mean? That seems unsafe. That instructor in Dubai was unsafe for sure. Also, I'm like 90% sure if I remember correctly, that guy had us running errands for him. I'm pretty sure we like drove to a butcher shop once so he could pick up food for his family. And I was like, bro, do I have to be the one? Am I your chauffeur? It was weird. Anyway, we've passed that moment now. You're the second Persian in Ottawa, I know. Hey, there's some of us out there, Skyro. Love that. It's funny to talk about now, but I actually had an accident when I was taking my driver's license. Not my fault, but I still failed. Brutal. Patty, it is wild that, and like obviously this might be different than the situation you're pointing out, but finding out or realizing that whoever your driving test instructor person, like not instructor, whoever's grading your driving test, it comes down to them. Like I passed my driving test first try, but when I was parallel parking, no, was that parallel parking? My parallel parking. I didn't do it tight enough thing on the corner to go. The instructor helped and then gave me the pass anyway. So yeah. Driving is a good combination of boring and you can potentially kill people if you stop paying attention, hate doing it. That's the thing, Kat. It's twofold. The reasons why I don't like driving are twofold. If I'm driving on an empty street, I'm fine. I can do that all day. It's that I don't like that I'm responsible for people who are in my car with me. Like I know that obviously if I'm a safe driver and everything's good, no worries. But I feel this like sense of anxiety at the idea that I have to make sure everyone here stays alive. I know that sounds grim, but it's the truth. The other thing is I don't trust some people on the road. Because if I'm in a situation where a negligent driver crashes into me and I get injured, like I don't care that the insurance will cover the money because I wasn't at fault. I care about the fact that if I get injured because someone else was like negligent, that would be brutal for me. But also at the same time, you can also say, Pooya, you get in a car anyway, you're a passenger, you could still have to deal with a negligent driver. That part, okay, true. But then I'm not the one driving, so I wouldn't feel responsible for people. You know what I mean? But yeah, the day my cousin got her driver's license, she wrecked into a police officer. Oh my fucking God, respawning. I was so traumatized I drove on a permit for 2 years before I got the nerve to take the test again. Patty, that'll do it. I mean, especially that early on into your experience getting into a car accident. It's like, it's incredible that you just did it after all, you know? Our next question in the forum chat is, are you listening to any Eurovision 2025 songs? If so, which ones are you into? So I typically avoid listening to Eurovision music until I watch them for the first time at the Eurovision Song Contest, like the main event, the finals, basically. That being said, Liana showed me a bunch of them. I know Serving Kant, which is, I think, is that the entry from, is that Estonia? I think it's Estonia. That's now going to get changed to Serving, which Liana's very frustrated about. That was a good tune. I have listened to the Sweden entry as well. I've listened to, who's the entry that they've got like an Italian sounding song, but they're not Italian? KHANT, Canna Biscuits. And it sounds like what you thought I said. That's the point of it. It's the word translates to sing in the language. I think it's Estonia. I'm not sure. But I've listened to only some of them. But I try and avoid it until the day of, because I like going in on like not knowing, especially because studio version and like video version are different than the live version, and the live version is what the judgment's going to be on, kind of thing. All right, next question. Did you get into the first season of Serial? Oh, I did not get into Serial at all. I know that was a podcast that was very popular, probably the most popular at the time. I never got into Serial. I didn't. So I know that's a boring answer, but it's the truth. Do you wear hats all the time? No. On camera, yes. On camera, yeah. I don't think I've been off camera with a hat on in a decade. In a decade. Yeah. I switch though. I do beanies, I do hats, caps, you know. My anxiety is too much to drive. So many things to worry about, and I'm so uncoordinated. Just know I'm glad I live in a Canadian city with good public transport, lots of universities, and that honestly, that'll do. That'll do. You need to shave the beard. It looks atrocious. Sorry, not sorry. Well, given that my lovely wife approves and I approve, I'm sorry that you don't recognize a good beard when you see it. This is the same beard I've had for the last, 5-6 years? Have you been watching Inside? Every night, Canna Biscuits. I'm fully caught up. Sasha and I actually talked about it. We're going to schedule a pod for it next week. It's been so much fun. It's been very fun. Next question is, any people you think have little to no shot at winning right now? Yes. I do not think Star has any shot of winning. I don't think Say has a shot at winning. I don't think, what's his name? Cedric has no shot at winning. I don't think Charity's winning. I don't think Mitch is winning. Bianca's definitely not winning. Like, there's a bunch that I feel Chrissy also. Put Chrissy in there as well. Like, if that comment about the beard was like 2 weeks ago, I would have agreed because it was getting unfortunate, but Cinna has a chance. I think Cinna definitely has a chance. I actually think the fun thing for me with Inside is that you can't quite predict who's going to win because everyone kind of votes wavy. Like, there's no strategy to it really outside of like strategically making an alliance and trying to avoid having them leave or then still cutting them anyway. But because these are streamers and content creators, they're not really thinking like that all that much, which is fun. Thank you, Mythical Jade. Thank you so much. All right, next question. Sorry if I missed it, but if you had to guess who's going to win 48 as of this latest episode, who would you guess? I think Joe. I really, in the beginning, thought Joe was going to be like a late game but not winner. Now I'm thinking more and more as Joe. What's Inside? Airflu. Inside is a show on Netflix now that was created by a YouTube group called The Sidemen. And the premise of the show is that it's 12 content creators, influencers living in a house for the time span of, I think, let's say a week to 10 days. And they don't have their phones. They have no social media, no access to the outside world, kind of like Big Brother. But The difference is it's a different show. And the formatting is they have a prize pot of £1 million that kicks off the series. But they get no comfort items in the house. They get no food items in the house. They have a shop in the house that they can spend to get those items. But the shop, the money that you spend in the shop directly comes from the prize pot. And so the shop is live. The shop is fluid. The same item you bought the day before could now cost quadruple the money. So you got that. And there's challenges where if they mess up in the challenges, they lose money. It's fun. It's a good time. It was a YouTube only series last season, and then the big Sidemen moves are on Netflix now, and it's been a lot of fun. So I do recommend if you have a chance to check it out. It's not exactly social strategy. It's a lot more social than it is strategy, and it's just fun to watch. But I've been enjoying it. It's a good time. Definitely check it out. I recommend it. And then catch me and Sasha talking about it next week. I love watching Cinna and her earn a couple of... Oh my God, I did watch that stream, Tomster. I did. Simon are new to me, but seem super unhinged. I'm looking forward to seeing other content. Canna Biscuits, I've been following their work since 2016. They're very fun. They're a very fun group. And they have a lot of good content. They do, they've done a lot of cheap versus expensive videos where they get split into two teams of 3, and then Josh, one of them, hosts, and one team will get the expensive trip. It'll be like they get a mansion and like every perk under the sun, and then the cheap team goes through the struggle. And it's funny because the cheap team usually has the most fun, I feel like, but it's just so fun to watch. So I recommend if you like stuff like that, give it a check. Viabella says, I started watching Taskmaster because Liana mentioned it on Pal and that Moan and Goose Goose last Sunday. I had heard of it, but it reminded me to check it out. It's been my hyperfixation all week. Love to hear that, Viabella. And I know Liana would be happy to hear that she got someone to watch Taskmaster. Liana's watched all of UK, all of New Zealand, all of Australia. She can't get enough Taskmasters. And I'm pretty sure she's rewatched them a bunch. Oh, there we go, Lori. Sounds good. How many shows are you actively watching right now? Okay, so let's pretend Severance is still going on. I was watching Severance, Dondi, Survivor, Australian Survivor, 90 Day Fiance, Inside this week, and then I think that's it. 6 shows at the moment. 6? Am I missing one? 6. Did I say Dondi? I said Dondi. Yeah. Those are the shows. Liana and I will be watching Paradise next. We've not watched it, don't know anything about it, but we've heard good things. So that's the next one we're going to check out. Not a question, but info for you. Consiglio's for best chicken parm in New Haven. Hey, appreciate the recommendation. Let me look them up. Have I seen this place? I have not seen this place, but... Okay, I'm going to bookmark this and then be like, Liana, you want to go? I know Liana doesn't like chicken parm, but... if there's other stuff on the menu, she'll be okay. I know who the banker is because I got spoiled, Lori. But PSA to anybody, if you don't want to know who the banker is ahead of the finale, mute any Dondi stuff you can, because it is out there now. I've been secretly binge watching my favorite show, my spouse's favorite show without them. Should I fake surprise at the reveals? Okay. So this is tough. Have they watched the show? Like, if this is a show that they're watching weekly and you're watching ahead of them, then it's tough. It's a different answer as opposed to if it's a show that they have watched before and they love it and then they recommended you to watch it and they're rewatching some of it with you and then you got into it. Then it's different because then you can just be like, I loved it so much I kept watching it. But if you're supposed to be watching it together and you're watching without, I have definitely done the watch with them and then not fake surprise, not a lot of like, oh my God. But I just won't say that I've watched it already. You know what I mean? And then like Liana I have told her since that I've done that before. And she's like, she doesn't care about it all that much. It's like, it depends on the show. Like if I went ahead and watched Severance without her, I think that would have been tough. But also it helped that I didn't want to. Like I watched, I think, one episode without her. The one night that I had chest pain and I woke up and I couldn't go back to sleep, I was like, I need to do something. So I watched an episode and I told her, but then I watched it with her right after anyway, and then I didn't go ahead of that anymore either. So it was good. Okay, folks, I gotta go. Time to get on soaring over California. Disney Cali Adventure. Have a great night. Airflu, thanks for hanging out for an hour 30. Take care. Have a good night. Peace. There's no veggie and chicken parm. Was there? Did someone say there was veggie and chicken parm? Oh, you mean for Liana kind of thing? I watched Traders UK 3. Was brilliant. Can of Biscuits. What I tell you, it was a good time. Traders UK is still my favorite franchise of the Traders bunch, easily. But yeah, my thing is, don't overact on the reveals. But watch it with them still. If that's what they would like for you to do, watch it with them still. Because the thing is, what you don't want is you're like, I don't want to watch this anymore with them. And now you're like not having that experience anymore, you know? So I don't think it's the veggie lack of veggies that Liana doesn't like. I don't think Liana likes the sauce and cheese. Like Liana doesn't like lasagna, for example. She doesn't like lasagna. I don't think she likes breaded stuff. If that makes sense. All right, next question. What did Liana think of the bagel place where you worked? So I took her there once. She loves a lox bagel, like a salmon cream cheese bagel. So she liked the food, but I only took her there once, and she was okay with it. The more fair assessment is I don't really think she had an opinion on it. But also, if you remind me on Thursday when we're on here to play Split Fiction, we can ask her and get her answer live. How about that? Going back to season 1 and 2 now. Enjoy Can of Biscuits. I fucking love lasagna. I love lasagna too. Liana does not. So, lasagna for me. Also, I was thinking, back to the Promise Month thing real quick. I was thinking what I could do also. I have to see how many items are on that list that need to be fulfilled. I think one of the things I want to add is I can show you my wings recipe, which again is an air fryer recipe. So there's not a lot of work that needs to be done, but I think that will be fun to do. I can show you what I do for my wings, and then you can have a wing recipe that you enjoy too. So another cooking stream there would be good. So that way I can try, because if I'm truly going to do a stream a day, because I know myself, right? If I don't fill it up with 30 ideas, I think that I could be like, okay, well, let's just, since we have 22 days and 8 days free, let's say tomorrow no stream, we'll try again the next day. I really want to do the everyday one. And I know that I have more work now and I'm busier than I've been the last time I tried that, which was in 2021. I still want to try and do it. It's kind of like doing when I did another 24-hour stream, I was like, I can still pull that off. And I did. So there's no reason why I can't do a stream a day. Again, like I said, a stream can be 45 minutes to an hour for a short one, or 4 hour, 5 hour. They don't all have to be the same length. And we can do that. 1 hour is exactly respawning. And it'll be a fun month. It's a 5-year celebration. Damn it. Let's do it, you know? So yeah, we'll do the cooking stream for the wings. Any thought about maybe loosely planning days of the week? Pending guest spots. Could be fun to do cooking thing on a certain day. One of them could be 36-hour stream. I don't know about that one, Lori. Mandy, I'd be open to it. What we could do, Mandy, and how about this? Because I think the wheel needs to be part of it. We could do a dedicated wheel stream where we basically fill up the events of every week. And that way it's like, okay, so now we know the cooking stream is in the 3rd week. We could do something like that. That could be a possibility. Liana doing your makeup could become an episode of PAL instead of a stream. No, because then on the PAL, no, that's for a stream. So that could be an idea. That way it's like, okay, now we know what's where. And then let's say, for example, there's 1 week where too many of the same type of idea in 1 week. We can call an audible and do a re-roll kind of thing. That could be an option. Like that way we can talk about it, you know? We can manifest a cat cameo during cooking. Hopefully. I know someone mentioned the cat should make an appearance on the PAL. They can't get in that room. Pearl, actually, I can show you this one. Pearl, last week, Friday, ironically enough, when I was streaming, Pearl had, while Liana was going to bed, I guess, Pearl had gone into Liana's room because Liana was on her computer. Pearl had somehow made it into her room. Liana didn't notice and shut the door behind her. I found out that Pearl was in that room trapped because I heard meowing, but it was a distant meowing, not a close meowing. So I opened the door and she jumps out of Liana's room. She killed my plant, chat. My plant died because of Pearl. The cats cannot go. All the plants are cat safe, but she took it out of its fucking root. So my plant, who was very lively, is now dead. Well, not dead, but it's like a shell of what it was. So they can't be in that room. But it is what it is. All right. Are you going to watch the new Trapped in a House show? Oh, is that the Gotta Get Out? Is that the Hulu show? I'll check it out. We have a TV show recommendation for you or Liana. I love this new medical show called The Pit. It's on Max and it's so good. The main guy was on ER and it's called The Most Accurate Medical Show. So I've heard a lot of good things about The Pit. The problem for me is I don't think I would enjoy it. I think knowing that it's also accurate would make me feel anxiety. That make me feel too much hurt, sad feelings kind of thing. Are they otherwise well behaved during pod recording? I've never heard them meow. Yeah, because they're not really like Pearl. No, Clam doesn't meow. Clam is a very silent cat. Pearl is the one who meows loudly. And as long as there's food in that bowl, Pearl's going to leave you alone for the most part. But no, if you're saying it's a medically accurate show, if anyone's into that, check out The Pit because I've really also heard very good things about it. I did see that question asked. So the next question was, damn, George Foreman passed away. RIP. George Foreman did pass away. I think right before I went live on stream, I saw that news as well. Hi. Oh, we got an update, chat. Hi, nervous interview from last week. I interviewed today and they already scheduled a second interview. This one will be in person. Thanks for the positive vibes, everyone. You did it. You made it through interview 1. Interview 2 is in person. I truly hope that also goes well. That is awesome. And you did it all yourself. Happy we could give you the positive vibes, but you did it all on your own. That's awesome. Thank you for the update. I do appreciate that. Last question in the form. Have you ever lied to your parents? Yes. Is there a specific time you can remember? I've lied to them a lot. So what would you like to know? The grill guy, RHAP fan. The boxer. Also, was there a George Foreman on 70s show? That was Red Foreman you're thinking of. But yeah, the grill guy. Yeah, I've lied to my parents a lot. And like, I don't feel bad about it. I feel bad about not spending more time with them when we were all living together, but I don't feel bad about the lies. Because I feel like practically every lie that I've made to my parents has been to protect them, if that makes sense. Like have them not worry or protect them from feeling upset, basically. I always thought it was cool you named the cats Clam Pearl since pearls come from clams. I remember pearls come from oysters. So the Daisy, the cats were actually like Liana brought the cats into the relationship. I am the step parent to these cats. And Liana did have a cat named Oyster before Pearl and Clam came into the picture. So the police are coming. Why? Because I lied to my parents. Guilty. I'm guilty. The dad that stepped up. Exactly, Softy. Have I ever watched Steven Universe? It's my boyfriend's favorite show and I've started watching with him so far. Not into it. Hoping it gets better after the first few episodes. Let me look it up, Irish. I know I've not watched it, but I've also never heard of it. So I'm curious. Ooh, it's animated. First episode date 2013. I've never heard of this show. A siren in the background. Annoying. I'm sorry you had to hear that. I am sorry you had to hear that. All right. I'm fully caught up with the forum chat. How about this? Let's call last call on the forum, and then do y'all want to do marbles tonight? But I'll warn you, if you want to do marbles, I'm removing every VIP role that's in the chat. We're going clean slate tonight. Up to you. But yeah, to answer that last question more a little bit, like for example, I lied about smoking to my parents because that would have just made them worried and made things worse. So that was part of it. And I mean, obviously it would have also been inconvenient to me if I got into like a negative thing with my parents, but I was like, what's that gonna do but just hurt them? And then is it truly gonna make me stop if they get angry? No. So I think that like was something that I knew I was gonna like not share. But yeah, again, for the most part, if I knew it would upset them, I wouldn't tell them. And like I said, it did help me out too, but it was always not telling them from a POV of I don't want to hurt them more than from a POV of I'm scared of the consequences, you know? How many points are you going to wager on Pooya making top 20? Oh, dear God. Don't... Yeah, the chat. I think we've won like once in the last like 3 months of fucking marbles. It's been... And by that, I mean the believers and myself. I've kind of shat the bed on marbles. Oh, new question in the forum? One of my favorite things about you is that you apologize way too much. Do I? Might be the Canadian in me. I just don't want to bother anybody. Not bother. Like, I want to make sure that I don't offend anybody, if that makes sense. Because I know that words carry a lot of weight. And I also know that sometimes, like, I truly think I'm somebody who thinks before they speak. But sometimes the mouth moves faster than the mind. And I never want to be in a position where a word that I've not, or not a word, but a thing that I say that I've not really thought about that much impacts someone negatively, if that makes sense. You know, because it's like I didn't put enough care or thought into what's about to be said. And then I immediately suffer from, I need to make sure you know that I didn't mean it in a negative way. And that is a character trait of mine that I'm working on, which is this need to be understood. That I think on streaming, podcasting stuff, it's not that big of an issue. But in my real life, it can sometimes be an issue because I have a tendency of like zeroing in on like, no. Let me make sure the person understands, and it can be bad, you know, like too much. But yeah, as long as it's not like profusely like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. No, but if I can do it in a way where it's like not like the focal point, I think I'm okay with that. You're okay with a clean slate? Okay, y'all okay with a clean slate, sounds like. Let's just make the bet for you to make top 200. How dare you? Watch me be 201. I mean, first we need 200 people to join the marbles first, you know? I am offended by you not loving season 1 of the OG Mole. I think if had I watched it around its original run, RJ fan, it might be different, but might just be my brain now. It just didn't hit for me. But I want to play. Hey, we're playing marbles for sure. That we're doing for sure. All right. Any more questions in the forum or in the chat? I mean, as always, we can just still continue the conversation going into marbles, but I want to double check with y'all. If you want to submit another anonymous one before I shut down the forum for tonight. Good to roll. Okay. Not another question in the forum is, what are your plans for the weekend? Good question. Okay, so I'm recording Australian Survivor tomorrow, so I need to watch one more episode of Australian Survivor tomorrow before I do the pod. So that I need to do. That's happening more in the evening. The afternoon's a little bit open. I know Liana's got a bit of a busier day, but the hope is we can do dinner together or lunch together. Maybe go out. I don't know yet. I might go for a walk if we don't end up doing anything. And then obviously Sunday, I'm in the process of planning Goose Goose. So I need to double check and see how many people have said yes so far. How many other people am I reaching out to lock that up? And that's on Sunday. Oh, and Irish, earlier you mentioned how many shows am I watching? I'm also watching White Lotus. That's another one. So 7 shows at the moment. Well, 6 now with Severance done. Or I guess when I start Paradise, it goes back up. So those are the plans currently for me. Those are the plans currently. I'm trying to think if there's anything else this weekend. Oh, sorry. There's one more podcast I'm doing on the weekend as well. Oh, no, we're not talking White Lotus. You're good. You're good. Any shows that are happening right now, unless I'm a podcaster for them, I don't anticipate us having like a huge spoiler section conversation about them. Just because like I know everyone's mileage varies on when to watch them. Like, for example, Traders, I will go out of my way to make sure we have a spoiler section because it's like, I'm talking about it, so naturally I know there's going to be a lot of questions and conversation centered around it with me there. Similar to how I think in Terran's chat, Big Brother is a lot more of a prominent topic than it may be here. Even though I feel like we get a healthy amount of discussion on Big Brother when we're here, but you know what I mean? Like, it's like that kind of vibe. But especially like White Lotus, like I didn't even catch up with it until like 2 weeks in. So I know there's people that haven't started yet. Some people are waiting for Severance to finish. Some people like to follow the binge model. And like, if we were 1,000 viewer community, right? If I had 1,000 viewers here, then maybe I would talk a little more reckless about it because there's more people and the realistic idea is that more people would have watched it. But when we are a smaller community like this, am I really going to be like, all right, 30% of you that didn't watch it or 40% of you, goodbye? No, we're not going to do that. So you're safe. You're safe. Mac, welcome in. Happy Friday. All right, we got 2 more questions in the forum. GG this week? Yes. One more question. Thank you for creating this forum. I love that it lets me talk without inconveniencing you. Oh, you are never inconveniencing me if you write it in the chat at any point, y'all. Unlike other streamers, I'm not going to speak for other streamers, but unlike others, I will read everything in my chat. I enjoy reading everything in my chat. It's a good time, and I have no issues with it. But if you want to be anonymous, I completely understand if you want to go the forum route. That's fine. That's fine. Also, so this forum is only open once a week on Fridays. If y'all ever want to leave feedback or like a review or like basically feedback for me, put it in the feedback form. That feedback form is open always. Okay. We are a small community, large at heart. Exactly. And the thing is, I would say we're a decently sized community. Like, I think overall, as far as like the community size, we're pretty big. Like, I think our live viewing community might be smaller than other communities, but at its core, we are a pretty big community with the number of people that are here and you know, hang out and talk and communicate and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a lovely thing. I'm very happy. So I appreciate this community. I'm happy you're part of it, Sunshine. I'm late and have been away for a minute. Welcome back, Mac. Is Pooya watching Severance Wheel of Time? I have watched Severance. I did a podcast on it. It'll be dropping in the Pooya and Liana Lounge feed tomorrow or Sunday, probably tomorrow. So check that out. It's our first ever mini-sode that you can check out me and Liana talking about Severance, all things. We don't talk about it here otherwise because I don't want to spoil people. And I do not watch Wheel of Time. Maybe smaller but very consistent. Exactly. I think that consistency is like the key with the less than 2 crew, which I'm very thankful for and I'm very happy with. Are you thinking Pat and Goose Goose still regular for the Promise Month? Yes, I do think so. Mandy. Like, for example, Mandy, here's a fun exercise. Like I think with the items on the Promise Month, if like what we could do, for example, is on like Goose Goose, when we split them all into weeks, right? It's like, okay, so week 1 has these 7 ideas, this one has these 7 ideas. We can always make sure that for Sunday we're doing the chat diss track, because that I will just have to play the diss track for y'all, right? So then it doesn't take away from the content that was happening. Can't wait for the pod. It's gonna be fun. I'm describing it as the most unhinged Severance podcast you will ever listen to. But yeah, Pat and Goose Goose will stay there for sure. Yeah. So I think that way we can make sure it works out. All right, chat. I am closing the form, and we can now move into the marbles portion, which I understand some of you marbles may not be for you, and that's completely okay. I understand you were here for the chatting portion, the conversation. I hope you had fun. I hope this was a good one for you. I had a good time. I'll be back on Sunday with some Goose Goose at 5, so make sure you check that out if you're around. Otherwise, I'll be back on Thursday with some more Split Fiction with Liana at 7 p.m. And if neither of those are really what you're looking for, I'll be right here next week at 10 p.m. to kick off more Pat. And while people might be switching away or getting a snack or locking in for marbles, let me go and purge all the VIPs, as Mandy has put it in the chat. The pad is homie. I'm happy because that's the exact vibe I was going for. That was the vision for the pad. It's Pooya After Dark, but it's also a pad. You hang out at the pad, you know? Also, I got complimented on this stream by Akiva when Akiva and Rob went live on Twitch and did an episode of their Renap episode, was them streaming. And Akiva was like, Pooya's a professional. I was like, damn right I am. And thank you. It's very nice of him to say. So that was very cool. All right, let's go to Roles Manager. I'm going to remove all of you now, chat. Last modified we got here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh my God. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Oh my God, there were so many of you. 30 of you had VIP badges, chat, and counting, by the way. Okay, 35 of you had VIP badges. We had not done a purge in 2 months. Oh, there's more. Oh my God, no fucking way. Okay, let me refresh the page and see how many more are still there. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, that's everybody. Wow, that's everybody. That took forever. Oh my God. All right, let me refresh one last time just to make sure I got everybody. One nearly went undetected. All right, now we got everybody. Okay, now we're good. All right, chat, shall we? I feel so unequal with that diamond badge. Hey, you can earn it back. The amount of people that low-key retained them, chat, just before, like, they retained them as we did a new week, and they would have lost it if they had not won, and they've retained. A lot of people retain a couple times. Triple check. No, you're good. You're good, Steph. I guess I could remove yours because you do have the artist badge, which it's to make sure everyone knows Steph is a great artist in the community. But hey, if you're gonna self-report, who am I to keep you the role? All right, boom. All right, that's it. We got everybody. Appreciate your honesty. Okay. All right. Let's get into it, chat. Let's marble it up. Let me make sure my form is shut. It is perfect. 3840. We have answered now 7,840 questions on the pad, on the road to the big 8 grand here. Sorry, no. No, I think so. All right. welcome in the Quinions coming in right on time for Marbles O'Clock. Thank you so much, Quinn, for the raid. Appreciate you. Y'all, if you're not already following Quinn, go ahead and do so. Quinn, did you win games of Fortnite or not? Did you secure a victory royale or a crown victory royale? Be honest. Was it? Yeah, you were playing Fortnite, I believe. Kate Bear, welcome in with the raid. Peachy, hello, hello. Enjoy of Rogues, welcome. Carle, welcome. We out here not once. Come on, Quinn, what is this? Although I will say, way more sweats today than most other days, in my experience. I think the kids are out on spring break and being dickheads on Fortnite. But hey, hope you had a fun stream. That's all that matters, man. Hope you had a fun stream. It's hard. Do you squad up? Do you do duos or just solo? Because solo is brutal, I think. Especially with the level of like the people, the skill levels of people. Welcome in, everybody. And Carly, thank you for the follow. Do appreciate that. Factors in. Listen, we try, Heather. You play duos. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah. In my experience, man, I feel like squads is the easiest just because there's more outs. Like as long as one teammate stays alive, you can get back in it. Duos gets very hard if one person goes down. Quinn, you play Fall Guys on keyboard mouse? Oh my god, dude. AZ, thank you for giving this up to Quinn, making Quinn a member of the Lesson 2 crew officially. Quinn, welcome into the team. Hope you enjoy your stay. All right, chat. Now, for those of you who are just joining us, we are about to play some marbles. If you're not familiar, marbles on stream. It's a very popular game that a lot of Twitch streamers will get involved in. All you got to do is when I prompt you, type exclamation play in the chat, and a marble with your name on it pops up on screen, and then boom. You just sit back, watch your marble, cheer it on, cuss at it, hope it does well. I will be running a prediction as well if you want to bet some of your brownie points, channel points on this, on whether I finish top 20 or not. If you want to root for me or against me, you can do that too. And just vibe out, have fun. So I'm going to go ahead and boot that up right now, and we'll get it going. Is it possible? Don't knock the keyboard mouse. Oh, Steph, I'm for sure not knocking it, especially because I first got into playing Fall Guys with a mouse and keyboard. And I'm pretty sure my first win was on mouse and keyboard, which took me forever to solidify. Once I switched to controller, I was like, oh my God, I was making it harder for myself. Thank you for redeeming. Get the lesson 2s in chat one time if you got them. I control mine with arrow keys even though it doesn't work. Hey, it's the placebo sometimes can work. You know what I mean? All right. Marbles on stream. I'm also going to move y'all to this second monitor here so that this marbles can be over here. I still haven't figured out how to make my music come back, but I can try and get some copyright free music up in here for y'all while we play. Y'all get on the controller wave. I recommend it, Quinn. I got this controller. I got the same controller for myself and Liana. It's this brand. I can send you the link if you end up wanting it. It's about $26 right now. And it's USB-C. I mean, so mine is actually older than Liana's. So it's an older outlet. Liana has I bought her one yesterday because we were playing Split Fiction, which, by the way, if you and Demi are looking for a game to play, I 100% recommend you play Split Fiction. It comes with a 10-foot USB-C cable, and it's a good time. Send the linkage. I got you. But yeah, Split Fiction is worth it. You buy the game once, and then both of you can play. You just send one of them. You play with her. That game rules. Oh, there we go. Okay, I started with Liana for the first time yesterday, so we're like very fresh into it. I think the last thing we saw is actually maybe you're not. I want to make sure I don't spoil you. So never mind. Never mind. All right. All right. Marbles is ready. Let's get it going. Chat. All right. Prediction. Mods, can we please get a prediction up in here? I would like to see what everyone fancies their odds of me finishing top 20 for this game of marbles as we switch over. All right. Okay, so allegedly this is a 1 hour mix of copyright free music. So should we gamble? Oh, I feel like I should gamble. And you know what happens if it isn't? We're cooked. Let's see. It says no copyright sounds. Okay, I believe you. The comments say congrats on whatever. Newest comments. No one's saying it. So makes me okay. I think we're good. I think we can go ahead and play this. Prediction closing at 9 minutes. Oh, it basically ends once. Oh my God, Quinn's trying to get in. All right, hold up. Let me set everything up for y'all so that you can get ready. How about we do a cheeky 6 today? Community maps ready and loaded, and then hit up the randomizer on them. Boom, and play. All right, you can start in 3, 2, 1. Exclamation play gets you in, chat. Let's do it as I make sure that the music is playable. All right, there we go. We should be good now. Let's do this. All right, there we go. Probably worth saying, in case you're a VOD viewer, I'm going to unmute so they can hear me. If for some reason this segment is muted, you will now know that I found out this was not copyright-free music that I was told was, but we're going to assume it is right now, and we'll write it out, okay? Sorry, but enjoy live viewers, okay? Okay. Happy to get some music back here. All right, first things first, I want to see if you have 52 people, so I'm going to click start soon. Press play now or forever hold your peace, or exclamation play or forever hold your peace. Oh my God, y'all doubt me so much. I truly hope I come top 20 today. I need the believers to win some. And if the audio is too loud, just let me know and I can adjust it, okay, chat? Great. Okay, good. Let's go, chat. Let's kick it off. Good luck. Oh, top 5, you get a VIP badge. Last place gets a VIP badge. If we end up with 69 participants, 69 gets a VIP badge, and 1 random generator for a total of possibly 8. In the event we do not get 69, oh my God, why is my marble in the fucking end, man? In the event we don't get 69, I will do 2 random number generator ones. Ichiyami looks to be in the lead right now. Oh, somehow I made it to the front. Okay, we'll take that. All right, Russ is now in the lead. Russ also a fellow streamer in the scenes here. My former Fall Guys tournament teammate, we came in 2nd place with the silver medal. Terror Teeth and Sunshine have unfortunately bitten the Dumpf dust here. talking shit, huh? And that's the consequences of talking shit, though. Can of Biscuit's also out here. Rye guy in the lead now. Russ still in the front of the path. For fuck's sakes, up to him. Anyway, whatever. Let's continue the vibe, shall we? Okay. Ichiari in the lead. Mimi in second. Russ has fallen behind after having that lead, opening the door for someone else. Rye guy and Mimi the Great. Side by side. Love the music. Happy to hear it. I wanted something upbeat. Okay, and now, wait a minute. Why is Mimi's marbles so big? Wait, why are some of your marbles tiny? Why do some of y'all have pebbles? What is this? Is that an advantage? Do they have the same weight or do they get bonked? Oh, that's a cheat code for that part. You just went in easy pickings. Russ is taking the lead back right now. Hacks. Y'all be cheating on marbles? Oh, Russ, don't pop out. Slowing down a little bit, opening the door for Rye. You have quite a bit of lead, actually, Russ. Take your time. Is this it? No, there's still more to go. Uh-oh, these explode. Okay, you're safe. Oh my god. Oh my god, you're so lucky you didn't bounce off the side. Oh my god, I thought I spoke too soon. You're good, you're good. Ryga and Biabella, though, not so much. Hello, Thomas. Welcome in. All right. And Russ. Oh my god, one more. Bah! So close to the end. Can Russ pull it out? And y'all said if I say your name, you lose. Chat, I've been saying Russ's name from the beginning. Look who won. One of you's about to get hit with this and go out, though. Oh my god, and that's Ambi. Oh, that's so disgusting. As the top 10 starts formulating here. Oh my god, Irish, you said your own name and then I saw you dome. Oh my god. I've been talking this whole time and I was muted. Okay, exclamation below to get involved. Never mind what I was saying.
Till I get up, time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading.
I've definitely heard this song in like YouTubers outros before, so I wonder if this is not copyright. Who knows? All right, if y'all aren't ready, tough chat. We have to do this now. This is pretty. It's true. Offbeat Zero, first time chatter, has voted against me. But first time chatting, welcome in Offbeat Zero. Brand new follower. All right. Oh my god, that was... Oh my god, how... Okay, all right, okay. Is it still pretty, chat? Is it still pretty? Because half of you died already. I'm in the back of the pack right now. We got Sunshine in the lead. D's here in the lead now. The map doesn't take compliments quite well, chat.
Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down.
Oh my god, what is happening? I can't tell who's in the lead, so that's something. But we're following Deez's journey right now. Toriorio, Deez, and Little Miss Andre in the lead, question mark? Perhaps, maybe? It feels like they are. Also, I didn't see myself doing so I might be okay. So far, pretzel powder doesn't work as well as the cookie strat. Sounds like a cookie strat is the meta. Maybe I should get some cookies for next time. Oh, okay. Deez is in the lead. Oh, Chalet trying to take the steal here. Oh my god. Okay, Deez is one. Congratulations. Let Miss Andre take second. Chalet is third. Okay. Patty is doomed. Okay, I'm not in the top. I don't think I'm getting points this time, chat. You haven't won them forever? Well, congratulations. Today was your lucky day. All right, Irish, you and I bringing in the rear here, and both of us got a completion, I think. All right, let's see. All right, 24 people completed this race. Once again, the Doomps have been unforgiving. But can we do it in the next, or can we turn it all around on the third race? Let's find out together. Remember, exclamation play once the screen is changed right here. You're good to go. Ugh, why am I in the back, man? The game doesn't respect me, chat. What can I do? What can I do? What can I say? All right, once we get to no. All right, we hit 50. All right, chat. I'm gonna press start in like 2 seconds. 2 seconds. There we go. Oh, I misclicked. There we go. Lana gets in under the wire. Disrespectful game. Respect you, even though I might have voted against you. And I appreciate the respect. I really do. All right, first person. Actually, you know what? Yeah, first person through this gold hole gets the gold follow here. Who's that going to be? Is it going to be Snowy Daisy or Snow Daisy? Is it going to be... Oh, we may have predicted it correctly. Snow Daisy. There we go. Snow Daisy's in. Jabina in second. Okay, okay. Oh my god. Okay, okay. What the fuck was that? Oh, Mimi the Great making a push here as well. Oh, D's trying to go for the back-to-back here. Steph in the building. Shannon cuts through though. Snow Daisy. Oh, Snow Daisy makes it through. No, Snow Daisy goes down that way. Tara, unfortunately, has Doom. I think first Doom for the night. Or the map. Can Snow Daisy go coast to coast? Oh, that's a shark's mouth we're entering. Okay, cool. Oh my god, these pins are so huge. Snow Daisy goes slow and smooth, but is caught up as other people have taken the lead. Lenny, how did you get here? Daisy right behind though. Lenny makes it through. Hacks. Lenny Burger. Oh, stuck. Stuck again. Stuck again. Now there's pressure. Daisy has taken over. All right, respawning, and Yusuf now in the top 2. Shannon makes it in the top 2 as well. Snow Daisy is behind 1. Oh, we got a big side hole here. Yusuf slows down. Shannon and respawning going for gold and silver at the moment. One being more valuable than the other. You might want to avoid one in order to get to the... Oh my god, another one of these portals that deliver you to your death. Bye, respawning and Shannon. What the fuck? Mimi and Yusuf. Okay, is anyone gonna go? Snow Daisy is one. Okay. Congratulations. I don't know what happened there. I guess there was a correct portal to go through. Did I jump somewhere? Fuck me. I didn't. I didn't. Joelle has dumped. Oh, as are a lot of other people probably gonna dump as well, to be fair. Oh my god, am I stuck? Fuck off. No, am I in? Oh my god, what is this? What is this? This better fucking count. I better not get fucking dumped. I swear to god. I better have completed the race, chat. You are fucking kidding me. You are... No, you're taking the piss now. Oh my god! All right, that's fine. Whatever. I don't care anyway. You know, who cares? Okay, I care. I care a lot. All right. I've also heard this on a YouTuber's video. I have to assume these are copyright free now. All right. Okay, 27. So we've still had no more than 28 people complete a single race tonight, which is brutal. But hey, maybe the back end, maybe the last 3 will be where we thrive, chat. How about that? All right. Exclamation play. Let's get going. All right, let's get it going, chat. At this rate, Nightbot's gonna be winning a badge over my dead body. Absolutely not. Gate, keep the VIP badge away from Nightbot. All right, Mandy in the lead here. Oh God. Dana Biscuits has the lead right now, but it's a very close group. Anyone can take over. So the room for error, Cannabis, is very small. Very small. Oh, and now the lead has been taken over by Steph and Jordan, who are stuck and Ofra. Can they make it through before the rest of the group? Oh, the momentum pushes So-So into the lead. Steph, though, takes a quick step and moves past everybody, only to get stuck again. Opening the door for everyone else with some momentum here to break in and break through. That'll be Lana, who is now in the lead. Ambi takes over. Oh my god, what the fuck is this? I wonder if you're supposed to go in the middle portal. You are. Oh, that was the end. That was the end. Congratulations to Ambi, who won. You did it. All right, no one doomed. Or at least, hopefully no one will doom. Looks like. Yeah, we were just flying into space on that one. Oh, the points were very little on this one. Okay, so I'm gonna scroll all the way down for the first time today because everyone made it. Yay, we all made it. Map 4, here we go. Or sorry, map 5, map 5. I joined first this time. Maybe that'll do better, chat.
This is just a must. Put me in perspective, I'm the deepest in the cut. Everybody tuning in, but this is just for us now.
All right.
We know I ain't balling yet.
We're starting in 2 seconds. 5, 1. All right, you made it, you made it, you made it. Okay. Christine gets in as well. There we go. I think Ali got in. I'm not 100%. Yeah, Ali got in English and Muffin got in. There we go. Good luck, everybody. All right, what do we got? Like a Plinko board type situation. All right, first one through these mini holes to follow you. Looks like it's gonna be Lana, unless Daisy comes in with a steal. And the answer is, it is Lana. All right, for some reason it won't let me follow. There we go, Lana. There we go. And do the middle hole you go. Little Miss Andre there as well. You could help each other, a little collapsage. Nope, Little Miss Andre scoops through and is now in the lead. Oh, doesn't go through the middle. Decides to go the longer route, but hey, it's working smoothly so far. I stand by that quote, even though it does sound a little filthy, but you know what I meant. You know what I meant when I said it. There we go. Little Miss Andre makes it through. Okay, and I doomed again. Okay, believers, might be time to doom and gloom now. Might be time to panic a little bit, because holy fuck. Was it a pool table? Oh, I like this. Whatever this song's about to be, I feel like it's gonna be good. Oof, I don't know. It was okay. Oh, we have one dump now. It's a pretty big lead Little Miss Andre has, but the map isn't over. And it is a slow as smooth type situation. Someone with some speed. Thank you, Kim Honey Badger. I appreciate that. Oh, Little Miss Andre is your winner. Congratulations. Making it look easy. Viabella and Rai Guy going for that podium. Lana in 4th. Podium is locked in. Mandy's zooming for 4th place. Snow Daisy stealing 5th. Jordan in 6th. Tall Skinny Ben, Lenny Burger, Hackswood, and Cannabis gets blocking in your top 10. And the record was broken, which means there's gonna be more points in this map than the other maps. So placing high on this one could have been the difference maker if only our Doomfed Marble had some shot. Look at this slow descent into the end game for these marbles. I think some of you made it on the wire. Congratulations, Little Miss Andre. Oh my God, 1,800 points. Yeah, this top 3 might all be getting VIP badges now. I think that, to put it in perspective, that one map that was like a minute something long, I think first place got like 57 points. So I think, is it over? We'll find out. There's one more to go. There's one more to go. All right, chat, make it count. All you need is one race. That could have been the one race. This could be the one race. Could we get another record broken? Who knows? It's wintry too. Even if you haven't participated yet tonight, this might be the move. You never know, chat. You never know. You got to believe in yourself. All right, let's go. One last time. Danny and English came up, and make sure to get involved here at the end. Tori Oreo gets in as well. Yep, I've heard this on YouTube videos as well. Okay, I think we're safe. I think this should be a safe playlist. Boyku and Russ in the lead. Ooh. Okay, Money Badger takes the lead over. Oh, as long as no one gets fried by these little fiery things, we're good. All right. This race looking juicy. Kim has fallen behind a little bit. Oh my God, we lost a bunch of people in the dumps. Oh my God, Lori is now in the lead. Wow, Lori making it look way too easy. Easy pickings, as we would call it. Go down the middle now. Smooth. Very smooth. Done. All right, you're safe and secured into the next round. Can of Biscuits and Ichiami right behind you, though. All right, and you move and you move. Oh, and you fall at the very end. Oh my God, Lori. Danny now in the lead. Danny does not make the same mistake here. Going through the hoop, down the brick. Oh, there's a little equalizer. Slows y'all down, opening the door for Mandy, who's now in the lead. Yo, was I not in like fucking top 3 at one point? Where's my goddamn marble? Did I do him? Mandy's your winner. Congratulations, Mandy. No, my marble's there. I'm just somehow in the middle of the pack now. Can I get some points? Some charity? Even 1 point. Just make me not be last. Yeah, I think we could have had a world record there for sure. Ooh, I like that drop. All right, Musketeer and D's making it over. All right, chat, let's look at the final results. I made it 16th, which means I was 2 off of getting a single point. I've lost. I don't even think, maybe we just wait for the official ruling, but I have a feeling if you predicted that I wouldn't get top 20, you were right. Now let's see where the rest of the points go, chat. All right, 37 of you did complete it. Let's find out. Remember, top 3 VIP badges coming. Last place with the most races completed. So the one who's the least placement with 6 races done, VIP badge. If there is 69 unique different participants, you get some too. And then 1 random number generator. Rye Guy, congratulations. Via Bella, congratulations. And Little Miss Andre, that world record did its business. It's the top 3 from that one map. One map is all it takes. Dua Lipa has said this. And so there we go. Also, yep, I'm not in the top 20, so feel free to dish out the non-believers money because they secured the dub. Mandy, thank you so much. So let me just give these VIP badges for the top 3, then we'll move down. Yeah, a game changer to do them here while we're on stream. I don't know why I used to wait and do them after the fact. Rye Guy _ 717. And another VIP. Let's queue it up. Let's find out, okay? #50th. Great. Great. Okay. 62 total participants. Chrissy was last place. Chrissy, first person to chat, type in the chat today. Top 3. Did I say top 5? I said top 3. No, I had said a total of 8. You're right. Okay, yeah. Top 5 is, you were right, Mindy. So we'll move 1 down from you to top 6. Thank you for clarifying. You're right. Yeah, Chrissy, first person to type in the chat today, gets a VIP badge for being the most with last, with not enough points. We take it. Snow Daisy and Lenny Berger, part of the VIP crew now. Compliments of the top 5 ruling. All right, and then one more in Lenny Berger. All right, chat. And then we didn't get a 69, so 2 random number generator ones, okay? You still have a chance, chat. You still have a chance. Don't you lose hope yet, okay? Don't you lose hope yet. We're going from between 7 and 62, and we're getting 2 numbers out of it. First number is 60 on the nose. That is Kim Honeybadger, who just said, wow, this is my worst performance ever. Well, when you get a randomizer win, it's a win. All right, Kim Honeybadger in the building. Boom and bop. All right, we go with the next number, and that is 40. Wow, so I was 50. We got number 60 and 40. That goes to Ichiyami, who gets a VIP badge. And listen, because I am so nice, because I'm the best. Yeah, just kittens. 1 more. And that's number 11. 11 in the building. Short of the top 10, but a VIP badge goes to Ambi. There we go. All right, chat. I hope you had fun here today. I definitely did. Let's cut the music. I definitely did. Like I said, I'll be back on Sunday with some more Goose Goose. We're going to be doing Split Fiction on Thursday this upcoming week as well. So that's 2 streams coming your way, including the pad is 3 streams in the next week. So I hope you enjoy all of them equally, as it were. I will be back for that. Make sure you check out and subscribe to the Pooya and Liana Lounge podcast feed to get the special mini-sode that's coming your way there. And aside from that, I hope you have a lovely weekend. Okay, chat? I hope you have a lovely weekend. Thanks for hanging out. It's been your boy, Pooya. I'll be back on Sunday. Y'all take care. Have a good night, okay?